Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm trying a slightly different approach to this video I'm presenting, or this game I'm presenting, because from what I know, the community of Elite Dangerous is more international, more multilingual, so to get a common base on having an conversation about this game, I'm switching to English, but only for this series of reviews or let's plays if I'm in the mood to do them. Because first of all, this is supposed to be like a look back from where the game started now in 2019 2020. I started to quite crave for that game again. It's like I started it again. I checked my fleet. What kind of ships do I have? First of all, for the people that don't know about this game, this is Elite Dangerous is kind of space simulation with a very steep learning curve. It's not like you're starting. It's not like in a card game where you start um, getting into cockpit, just moving around with a gamepad or something like this, or simply just start it and shoot things down. Because this game is more like how would I describe it? If people played in the 80s the Privateer series and the also the Elite series, because this is quite the successor of these very oldish games, or from the 90s, the Privateer 2, and I'm not quite sure how the game from Microsoft was called. You will simply love this game, I would say, or for some reasons also hate it. We started from that game with very different options that we have now. It was like one small ship, mainly exploring, because or trading. Like in the old game, you have different options. You can start as a bounty hunter, you can start as a trader, get a ship, cargo full with your goods, check out where the different space stations are, and then figure out where to sell these goods at the best price. You don't have any at the beginning. You didn't have any of the tools to compare prices, so this is mainly trial and error. And if you see, this is like the galaxy card with all the points you have here doing exploration. Yeah, you you can waste a lot of time in figuring out where to sell your goods for the best price. This is a course I'm flying actually, but now since I'm with my mining ship, I'm trying out mining for now, because we had lately we had a very big patch with where some changes in mining took place. So I'll see what the difference are. But first things first, you start with a very small ship, like very costly, very small one, which you can also get for free if you're willing to give up on your old one. Like you have different points where you can customize your ship with lasers, with propulsion, with the hyperdrive and everything. And if this is going to be destroyed, you'll get a new one, but you will start over and over again with a small ship, which is in the basic configuration. And since I started, when I restarted in 2019, I quickly jumped into the new mining modus and do deep core mining, which earned me quite a fortune for the moment. As you can see here, this is the description on ranks, I got this one 88 millions. Is bit of a money. If you see bigger and players who play more intensively, they have like billions on their account because they get into the good wave of the deep core mining and yeah, earned their asses off. So you go on with that one, trading or bounty hunting or mining, and then buy bigger ships, equip them, then and so on and so on. And after a while, from 2014 on, when this game released, I think it was like I bought it very in a very early stage of that game because a friend of mine just suggested to play that game, and I liked the old games, as I told Space Sims I liked very much, so I gave it a try. At the beginning it was like, yeah, a little bit dry, and yeah, I don't think it's very cinematic or something like that. You have text for your missions, not spoken. Some informations from the station you will get, like automated texts, which are spoken, but main thing is reading, reading and reading. And yeah, so you go on, buy bigger ships, and when you're done at the high tier class, with the high tier class of the ships, you maybe start exploring. So this was the beginning, and over time they changed stuff, like they added the possibility to land on planets, not like civilized planets like Earth. It's not possible, but the certain planets in a system, you have the possibility to land there, check for materials, check for informations, start from there, go back to space, explore more, or sell the goods you found on this stuff. Later they added like alien race, which is now a very imminent um, threat for your ship and for your life, because this alien race called Thargoids are heavily equipped with very strong ships, and yeah, you need special components which you will get in the later game uh, to to simply go for exploration or actively get in combat with them. And yeah, latest point right now is that we're going to get the big capital ships where you can land your small one in this year, I think. At the end of the year or in the middle of the year, I'm not quite sure when it will be out. You this thing will come towards us, and at the end of the year there's also like an add-on planned. I saw several videos from different gamer that describe features like walking around in your ship, which is not possible yet. Will be a feature in the future, I think, for what it's worth, because for now there's not much to do. But I think this will give you like a bigger immersion to identify with your ship more. Because for now it's just like, yeah, simply this informations and pictures and everything. I'm now in a Type 10 Defender, which is one of the biggest ships actually available in the game, which is supposed to be like 100 meters long. You start with a very small one, like 20 meters small, like triangle shaped or box shaped, trapeze shaped fighter ship with cannons and 1000 credits, and then you work your way up. Main features of the game, I kept it really vanilla, because for many gamers you see that they change this orange colors into the colors they favor the most, which I didn't do yet. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do it, because I get used to this orange stuff. which, although it's not my favorite color. Uh, you see on the left side is the system where I'm right now, but I don't have any information about this. It's like here navigation points and everything, so I can check it out. I want to go for the resource places to check out for minerals and everything, so that I can show you also a little bit later the mining functionality. But first of all, we need to find out what we can get here. So, mining is mainly possible in asteroid fields on this game. So we're checking out for the available planets we have here. If you're looking at this one, this is like rocky rings, so nothing to get from there. Next one is also metallic and rocky, which is getting better, I think. I'm not quite sure if rich on ore is the best one. This is rocky again, so yeah, nothing to get. Here we can't do anything other than checking out the planets around for like landing sites and see what we can find there, like crashed ships and everything. Here we have the next one. This one is quite interesting. I think I'm going for this one right now because I want to see what is what you can find here. And so on. You have a special configuration. You need a special configuration for your ships, which I will show eventually in a later video. You need special lasers and probes to see what's on the planet itself. You need a surface scanner also, that you'll get the hotspots there. Otherwise, you can only go for the ore spots, which is kind of dangerous because you have pirates there which try to steal your cargo, rip off your cargo bay doors and steal your stuff. So I only go for this ore spots only for combat. Not quite sure if it's if you can build like squads for flight squads for protection. So not quite sure if it's profitable to go there and mine if there is something special that's worth the risk. But for now we are just going for the planet here. I can switch through my fire groups with a certain button on my hot systems. I'm using a Cytec X56 for flying. So you go for a planet, go for your I go through my fire groups and search for a certain scanner called the surface scan, which you can see here. Red means I'm out of reach. So I'm going to check out this one. This is quite a change, because at the beginning you just go there mostly blind, probably to the spots or just into the ring, and then you start mining with the probes to see what's going on. You have tutorials for all the stuff, because otherwise it wouldn't be impossible to figure out how this is actually going. But for now you have different options with the additional gear you can equip to your ship and figure out what's going on. So I'm flying towards this planet to probe it with my scanner and see if there's some rich spots there. In the beginning it was just like flying to the spots, go to the raw material mining spots, if possible with a friend of yours, otherwise you get your ass handed very quickly in this game. I even had the problem when I did the tutorial with combat or for combat, and you go into advanced combat with where you will be attacked by two ships. I have problems to kill these enemies because I was not able to kill them. They were too hard to me. It was just like KI, and now I'm in open game where you have like very experienced commanders. Some of them are just going to do piracy, which means they're going for you, and if you have something for them or you don't, they just simply kill you for getting their. I'm not quite sure what they're trying to do with that, and because before I was killed by a guy. Um, which didn't check for any cargo because I didn't have any with me. He just destroyed my ship because he can. I think he was searching for some PvP combat, and I was in an anarchy system where this is not punished. There are different types of political systems, and when you go to anarchy system, then you can do PvP without getting a bounty on yourself. I was just traveling through because I wanted to switch into this ship for doing some mining and figure out what's going on. And yeah, I'm really sorry for the coughing. I got a cold. This temperature is just getting lower these days. And now that we're very clear to this ship, we have the possibility to send a probe to figure out what's going on in this ring. As it looks like there is nothing in particular on this very planet for us to get. So I switch back to the systems. You would see like a very oh, this is strange because usually you have like a yellowish dots here. Not quite sure why it's not showing yet. But this looks kind of promising. Although I was just, this is not the most profitable things you can get, but it's a start. So I'll check for the next planet. This one, I think this is it's rich on ores. I think it was the rich on ores one, or is it the rocky one? Oh, it's only the rocky. So this one is rich on ores. We'll go for that one, see what we can find there. I'm still in supercross mode, which means I'm going very quickly through the systems. I think NASA would love this speed actually if they have the possibility to ride ships that fast. We can do big space exploration. I think this is like science fiction and faster than light speed to get around the 40,000 light years, which are simulated in this game. I think it was 40,000. Yeah, something like that. It's still just a very small part of this incredibly huge and supposed to be endless space. You'll get a really good feeling for the distances in here if you just go by the typical science fiction series on TV. It's like, yeah, you just, everything is next to each other and you go through systems and find a lot of alien life forms and everything. But in fact, I think this is incredibly huge and we will not go anywhere in a near future that far. If ever, we'll see. as I said, there you have a really steep learning curve. You get the basics from this game when you start with tutorials where you have like a KI wing. You will never you will have something in this game right now as well. You can have equip ships your ships with fighters, with a fighter port where you can storage fighters in there and send them out to fight for you. But this is also like, this is nothing that really communicates with you. It's just like, yeah, you hire them, they they will get on board with you, simply say nothing, and if needed you just drop them out in combat, and yeah, that's it. Now we're going for the next planet. I'll see that we're not getting too close and too fast to this system, because otherwise you have to do the turn of shame, as it's called, because you will get the information here too fast, please slow down, and then you if you overshoot, you have to do a curve to get back to where you originally planned to go. That happened quite a lot of time. I have a ship right now equipped with the super cruise assistant, which makes it easier not to overshoot, but it will also take more time because it slows down to a certain rate of speed, and yeah, you will get safe there, but you can go faster if you are an experienced pilot, and do not overshoot like I do sometimes. so we're in between the reach of 2 light seconds where we can start our probe system again and see what's going on. It's not necessary to shoot more than one, but I have sometimes the problem that so this is what I mean. These are the spots. I do not know why I didn't see them before. And when we just kick out of the system and check what's going on, platin. Also not like it's not like the big fish, but still, second planet. Another one with spots. I went to systems where I didn't find anything. What is also kind of interesting and something you wanted to have is like 2 of a kind very close to another one, because then when you go in there and you check for what's going on in there, you will get if the two are very close to each other, you will have a higher possibility to get rich asteroids to break and collect. A lot of things changed for the game, and I really like the state the game is in right now, because they added a lot of comfort functions, like comparing prices when you want to be a trader. This possibility to earn a lot of money quickly to get 2 bigger ships quicker. It's also a very good thing. I like it very much. Yeah, so I decided to give it another try, and yeah, here I am right now, just checking out for the moment what's going on, what are the possibilities. I evolved very quickly from a small ship to the next one, because a couple of weeks or even days ago it was like, yeah, you can sell stuff called void opals for millions. Like 1 ton is 1.6 million, which is kind of nerfed at the moment, because they added the more dynamic economy systems where the prices can sink to lower prices if the demand is saturated. Um, and this is what happened, I think, for that one. With this one is rich on ores as well, I think. At least one ring it is. Yep. So we'll check for the next one. You have a small bluish dot, which helps me. It's right next to the planet. It helps me to figure out where I'm relatively to my target. And as you can see, you have to go there like 2,800 light seconds, which would take a lot of time at the current speed. But when I'm getting out of the mass from a planet which slows me down, the ship engine will accelerate the ship to quite quick speed. The ship is the middle is where what kind of contacts are around me, like different ships. Right one is position of my ship with the shields active at the moment. Then I have these 3 little pips for system, for engine, and for weapons, where I can decide where to put my focus in if I'm in a combat situation. If I want my cannons to reload much faster, the energy weapons, I put pips into the weapon. One looks like this, as you can see. Or if I want to go faster because I'm running away from a guy who's trying to kill me, I put pips into acceleration or shields to get him to keep him on distance while I'll prepare for frameship drive. This, as I said, this is super cruise with several times the speed of light, I think. Not quite sure if it's in the system, but with hypercruise it definitely is. And when you slow down, the ship goes like from 130 to 300 meters a second. This is what you cruise around in a system near to a planet, for example, to go to a space station, or just simply try and find out what's going on in the system, or like me, probing planets to figure out where is it lucrative to start mining, getting some ores, as I did with the 2 planets before. So from what I said, my final verdict for now, I'm not quite sure how it's going on with this game in this year, is quite interesting. I really started to had another look on this game, and start enjoying it again, because there was when friend of mine stopped playing it, I stopped playing it because it wasn't. I was into different games, but yeah, this is not like your typical quick game in the evening. Okay, looks like we have nothing here. Or we do have nothing. We do have something here, but again, it's smaller. And now we go for the last one. As I said, it's nothing like for short-term gaming. Just jump in, do small amount of things, or have like quick games. Because if you want to be successful in this game, you have to invest quite a bit of time to get money to find something which you can invest your time in to get money to buy the next kind of ship. Ah, okay, it's in the inner ring. That's why I didn't see it at first. So it's a simulator. It's like still very arcadey, I think, with the flying. Dude, it's like if you're not crashing into a planet with full speed, you don't have the problem that you will kill yourself while landing on a planet. It's quite easy to handle, but main of the main thing on this game right now is that you have planets with no atmosphere. So what you don't have actually, you don't have anything which you have to be afraid of. But still, I like the kind of game. I like the ship models, which I will show you in a later game when I'm focus them or bring them to one starport, and we'll see what I have in my possession right at the moment. This is just giving a first glimpse of what Elite has become from 2013 on, where it was much simpler as as it is now, but also it was a quite impressive game because of the huge amount of universe you can explore if you like this, flying to different planets. Although I must say, it's like you go to a system, you have a certain amount of planets, which quite look very similar. So when you go to the 20th system, which looks very amazing, but still similar, something that when you do exploring, you will stop enjoying for a while. I haven't been to some formations which are more famous because they were visited by astronomers. So this might be a difference then when you get to a black hole or something like that. Haven't done that yet, but planning to do that in the future. I also visited Earth already, which this is like a geeky, more like a geeky moment in your career on Elite, because you will know that you will never ever face Earth in like this, from this view, which you are doing it right now. So this is something very special when you go to Earth first time. But I was more into like bounty hunting, stopping pirates from taking over mining ships at the ore spots, and so on and so on. Yeah, and I did some trading as well. Now you can compare prices for systems you already know and start selling stuff profitable. And the most profitable thing for me was mining, which is, I would say, kind of dull thing you have to do in this game. You can watch some TV shows while you're doing this, and yeah. This is my verdict for now. I will go on with deeper exploration, with deeper explanations about the game later, probably showing with the tutorial first, because there you will see the starter ships. And for now, I say thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like and leave comments and subscribe if you want to. And I hope I'll see you again in a different video. Bye bye.